Okay, I think I'm having technical difficulties. I might be live, I don't know. We might be talking. Oh, what a fucking farce. Let us know if you can hear us, folks, because, yeah, I might as well have just stayed in bed today. Right, can you hear us?
Okay, I think I'm having technical difficulties.
Right, okay, I can hear myself because one of the other guys... Right, can you hear everybody? Say hello, you Muppets. Dgt Admins over here, say hello.
Hello, you Muppets.
Oh, you ball bags.
Yeah. I do apologise about being late and the technical issues there. It's not like me to have those kind of issues. Normally I'm able to perform, but it's been a few years. Right, okay. The DGT admins do have a very big, important announcement to let everybody know about today. And I've just realised something else I've not prepared properly. Right, guys, do you know what? Talk between yourselves for a minute. Keep everybody entertained while I just sort something out.
Oh, for God's sake.
In the song, Ray.
I think I was on mute. I suppose it's good to have a bit of fill time to make sure that everybody that's watching gets online and starts watching. It's not like they've been sat around for 10 minutes waiting.
No, that's true. Yeah. Come on, guys, keep talking, keep going. You've got to keep them entertained. I'm not ready for you yet.
You're not ready? You should always be ready for me.
Never ready for you.
Sorry, is that your brother?
No comment.
You know what the scariest thing is I've ever heard?
What?
No.
Ray goes, shit.
Yeah,
Right.
word you never want to wear.
Well, it is something to ask the folks. Have they all seen what is the next car? The next championship car.
League car. Yeah. So, and if they have, what do they think to it? Is it a thumbs up, thumbs down, okay? Have they driven it? And have they bought the right one?
That's a
Because
good
it's the
question.
VGT Group 1, not just the VGT. So, yeah, it's the Group 1 version of it.
And if you haven't seen which one it is, let's play a little advert to show you exactly which one it is.
Is this so that you can test if your stream's working properly?
Yep. I've lost where I've fucking put it now, haven't I? Oh, right, okay, let's go. Let's see if this advert's going to work properly. Now they can hear you, Steve. Do you want to ask them what you were just saying when no one could hear you?
I was wondering if we was on mute, because no one could hear us.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, what are the strengths likely to be with this car? Is it top end? Is it acceleration, cornering, grip? What?
Yeah.
Yep.
All of the above, really. It's fast, it's grippy, it sounds good, it's nice to drive. It's a tiny little bit tail happy, but only if you steer too much. Other than that, it's a brilliant car. But folks, if you're not sure exactly which one it is, take a picture of the screen that's showing at the moment, because it is the Dodge SRT Tomahawk Group 1 VGT, not the 2,500 brake horsepower one, because we're only going to be running at 500, 600 brake horse. Yeah, so it's still not the 2,500 brake horse one, because you can't get that down to 600 brake horse. But it's going to be an interesting car, that's for sure. Also, want to mention as well, the name of the championship is going to be the Grit. Now, SGP can explain why it's that in a moment, the Grit itself, but obviously it's Group 1 and then Tomahawk. That's what the two axes are for, making the T. So, why have you gone for Grit? This is where I get to go and check in my next lot of videos.
The T is for Tomahawk and it's a Group 1. So you put the T for Tomahawk at the end of the Group 1 and it's Grit.
You could have stretched that out a little bit longer.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, apart from the name, something that not many people have noticed yet or mentioned, the fuel usage is on this picture and it says fuel times 8.
Ooh.
Strategies are going to be very interesting in this car.
Fair enough. Anybody else got anything to add? Come on, I need a few more minutes to get the next video clip on.
Steve must be on mute because I've not heard him yet.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to have to pick quite a few times in this car, aren't you, with the fuel? You're going to have to... I think it's going to be a different strategies and stuff.
Well, we haven't released tracks yet, but do you think there's going to be a big difference between certain tracks, depending on the type of track when it comes to fuel and pits?
Yeah. I don't think the tracks have been revealed yet, have they? But
they've not been confirmed, no.
No, but that's quite interesting. There is a big variation between the types of tracks, which means there's big variations in the fuel usage between one track and another.
That
See,
there
I've
is.
not found out what tracks I like yet.
You like ones where you can cut corners, right? I think I'm ready for the big announcement.
Do we have a drum roll?
I don't know because it might go wrong. But yeah, I think also normally this is where I would have been keeping an eye on the comments in the chat, but unfortunately because I've had technical issues before we went live, I've not been able to look. So let's have a quick Mitch saying he can unfortunately hear us. You cheat! Just you wait until we put the bus stop in every track. You couldn't hear Ray and SGP because they weren't talking. And yes, Gary, you're right. It was an absolute bloody shambles. Right, okay. Yeah, it's time for the announcement then, the big reveal. So it's time for me to show up, and I think we've got a little bit of a video clip to play. So yeah, let's see what you think about this. Right, explain yourselves, gentlemen. Especially you, Raymond. Jesus.
What?
What?
Fucking Scottish, shut up.
Yeah, well, thought we'd give people the opportunity to buy some merch.
Why?
Why not? I mean, what can you say? Look at this. How good's that? I mean, who wouldn't want one? And that, and that, and that.
This is almost like a before, during, and after. Before weight loss, during weight loss, after. No. Hey, I tell you what, I have got right on mine. I don't know if everybody can see mine too well, but let me out. I thought it was quite fitting. Okay, now I still can't see the whatever chats may be going on the YouTube channel, so if someone can keep an eye on that. What I will say is, as Ray's little and says she doesn't like his hat. Don't like your hat, Daddy. Don't like that, Daddy. Right, okay. The merch. There was a couple of things that had been mentioned by a few people at different times about how cool it would be if there was a bit of merch, and it was something that we'd kind of been looking a little bit into. And we looked a little bit harder into it. And basically, just to put things out there, this is not being done to make money. I just want to make that perfectly clear. None of the three people that you can see on your screen at the moment, those ugly mugs, or myself, are going to be making any money out of the merchandise. Any profits that are made are going to be going straight back into the DGT League, whether that be straight into the merchandise page to make available hats like Ray's wearing, well no, but other items like there's nothing wrong with the person wearing it either. You've got his cup of tea going. Yeah, so any profits will be going back into the DGT League, into the merchandise store, hopefully making available different items, hats, towels, socks, pants, and different things like that. At the moment, the things that are available, and there will be a link in the description once this live stream has finished, things that are available at the moment is t-shirts, hoodies, and mugs, and I am actually going to show them, but I just want to quickly, I want to add one last thing regarding the profits. The prices are set at pretty much the absolute minimum they can be, so the profit margins are minute to keep the cost down for everybody. So Steve F1, would you like to show off the t-shirt that you're currently wearing? Give us a twirl, show off your arse.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see.
I thought he was shaking his Tic Tacs at us then. So Steve F1's t-shirt is a 2-star double champion with his number 25 and blue and white pattern. And thank you very much, Steve. And Ray, if you would like to show yours.
I've got one wee problem.
What?
Where's my fucking brown star?
Well, if you pull your pants down, it's there. So Ray's got a slightly different personalised one with his own Stingray logo and his Stingray 83 with his page. And SGP, if you would like to show off your BAPs. So SGP, I mean, the colours aren't being shown fully, but he's got the turquoise sort of nearly Patronus colours with his number 24, SGP Racing Commitment, and his 1-star.
The size as well, Dave.
Oh yeah, well the sizes, I mean, to be fair, I'm huge now. I've not weighed myself because I don't think there's any scales that could weigh me, especially seeing as the scrap merchants are closed and the truck scales are probably the only thing that would take my weight at the minute. But the sizes do go up to, I think it's 5XL, and I'm currently wearing a 3XL, and it's comfortable. So yeah, there's big enough sizes for everybody in the DGT League, unless you get fatter than I am. Prices wise, every single t-shirt that you've seen on the screen so far costs you, the consumer, $14 plus VAT and postage and packaging. But I will show a bit of that in a moment anyway. So is there anything that you guys want to add before I go showing people what is available on the merchandise store?
Yeah, the ×3 is actually a couple extra dollars on top.
Alright, so if you're a bit fatter, you've got to pay a bit more. Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'm glad that don't work in restaurants.
And the quality of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, you say pretty good. I mean, let's put it this way. The four of us, there was one question that I asked you and we all sort of asked each other and it came down to this at the end of the day, because like I said, we're not doing this to make money or anything like that. It's, if people want stuff, they can have stuff. They don't have to have it, but if they want it, it's there, it's available. And it's not about making money. So for all four of us, the question was, are the t-shirts a good enough quality that we would recommend the price to other people? And the answer was yes, from all of us. The quality of t-shirt is very, very good, and the print, it's not like an iron-on sticker. It is actually printed into the t-shirt, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and mine's been through the wash and ironed it inside out. Absolutely fine. not a problem. Not changed size, not shrunk. And I didn't get smaller or bigger in the meantime to make it any bigger or smaller. But yeah, the quality of it's still exactly the same.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Now, okay, I'm going to show, and this is where I'll probably find that I'm going to show the web page, but I may need to add our microphones onto it. No, we should be okay. Okay, so right, bear with us a second. I do need to add the microphones to it. Yeah, so I'm going to show the actual merchandise store. Would someone like to explain why we mentioned the cost being in dollars, not in pounds?
Because Streamlabs, the place we'll get using, is an American company.
Anyone else want to add to that?
We're going to start using Streamlabs a bit more for the league as well, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And how would we be doing that, I wonder?
I don't know, but that's your part of it.
I know, but I'm doing stuff! Right, okay, let's see if this works. Okay. Right, okay, yeah, people should now still be able to hear us as we're showing the store. Yeah, obviously one of the things that the drivers may have noticed recently is that instead of uploading a video to YouTube, we've actually been streaming a recording of the video. So basically what we would normally upload to YouTube, we've actually been live streaming for a couple of reasons. One, it turns out it's a hell of a lot faster to do that than to directly upload. And two, it means that we can actually use the Streamlabs streaming software to live stream it to YouTube, and it's all connected to the merchandise store. And it makes the whole process considerably easier. Okay, we've got the merchandise store up on the screen at the moment, and as you may see, well, there's the link, streamlabs.com/Dynamic GT League /merch. Like I say, we will be putting the link out there. But I just want to go through a few of the items. Okay, all of the t-shirts that we are putting out there, I've just realised that one's at the wrong price. Apologies. Yeah, all of the t-shirts are going to be $15. However, we've got this one that was on show at the moment, the SGP fully designed one, to let people know basically that we can go to a much more detailed design on a t-shirt, but the costs get quite expensive, so we're not really looking at doing those. However, if somebody specifically wanted something much more detailed and they wanted to spend that amount of money on it, then we could custom make it for you, but it's not something that we're going to be pushing. Really what we're looking at is just going for the cheapest ones with a nice design. So for example, the Steve F1, you might notice as well there's a mug here which actually shouldn't be showing there at the moment. It's a Twilight mug, which the design of that is to be tested. So we've got that on order to see how the design actually comes out on that one. What the Ford mugs, so you've got series mugs, there's Ray's t-shirt, the Let Me Out t-shirt that I'm wearing at the moment. We've got SGP's t-shirt that he's wearing at the moment, and then we've got sort of classic shirts that fans can purchase if they wish, if they're not necessarily wanting anybody's name on it, they just want a cool looking t-shirt. And we've got a couple of classic ones, even a couple with Orgasmazing, Let Me Out, another Orgasmazing. Some of these are limited editions as well. We've got a What the Ford shirt, so a series shirt, which looks very good as well, with a cracked style on there, same as the mug. DGT Classic mug, that's another one that Ray's little girl likes. That mug is being also having the design checked on it. And then we've got the Pack Life Backrite hoodie. Unfortunately, though, the hoodies are quite expensive. So once again, we've put that there to show you and let you know that hoodies are available. But yeah, as Ray's little girl says, you don't want that one, you want a t-shirt. And then we go into more of the cooler selection, or section, I should say. We've got another series t-shirt of the DGT Noor, but then we have the custom driver t-shirts, where any of the drivers, if they do wish to have a t-shirt with their own name on, then they can directly request which style of name and colour they would like, and then we can actually custom design that for them for each of the drivers. So there's an example of Jason's there and one of Rich's. I've got to say, the green and yellow on the black looks really, really good.
Do you want to show Dave that they change colour as well?
Yeah, they do change colour. There are other colours available. So there's different.
Jason's looks nice in like a grey colour.
It does, yeah. There are different colours available for different shirts. I mean, unfortunately, the white with the green and yellow doesn't quite work there, but the option's there to let you know what is available. Jason's looking quite nice in the grey or the dark heather, which looks good. So yeah, pretty cool. And then we've got more series t-shirts. DGT Noor t-shirt, and you're doing well as a unique t-shirt. So things like slogans that we may use, like you're doing well, or there's a wall there, or things like that, could also be created. And then again, we've got a DGT No Series mug, of which we can check out the design on there. And I've got to say, I have ordered, I've already got one of the mugs. The quality of the mug is very good, but I am still working on some of the designs on them. So as I mentioned, the Twilight one, which was actually meant to be hidden, I've ordered this one to check out how the design goes from the black into the red, and also to see how the graphics work on here. And I will mention as well that seeing as I've got this here, on this mug you will see that it says no profit. This mug, with it having military connections, there's no way we're making any profit off an item like that. Twilight,
and if we did, we'd donate it.
Yeah, if there was a profit to be made on it, it would be donated. And just to mention as well, if you've been watching this and thinking, oh, you know what, I can't really afford it, but I want to support the guys or anything like that, and you would like to donate funds, you don't have to, feel no pressure. By now, you can on the Streamlabs website. You can donate to us if you wish, but like I say, you don't have to do this. None of this is a requirement. It is all if you want it, it's there, and the quality is good. Right.
And if you've got any suggestions for any slogans, go ahead and shout them out, especially if you're wanting to purchase one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're wanting, and this is the thing, if you're wanting a personal, unique t-shirt, we can do it for you. I mean, there are certain limitations to some of the styles, but so far, yeah, we've got a chance of basically pretty much doing what you want.
Just going to say as well, though, Dave, that the main reason for using Streamlabs is we don't need to pre-order these t-shirts. They get printed to order.
Yeah.
So if nobody orders a particular style, it doesn't cost us any money. There's no stock sat anywhere. They get printed to order. So like Claire was saying that she would like a t-shirt that says, keep making that much noise and I'll cut your plug off.
Right.
On a t-shirt. Or I'm a DGT widow.
I nearly made one that said 2020 was just a glitch.
Yeah, 2020 was just a glitch. Yeah, that'd be a good one. But it just gives you options there. If somebody, for instance, would like to buy their partners a birthday present or Christmas present as a bit of a joke towards DGT, you got DGT logo on it, and then a slogan saying you have to put up with me or something like that. There are options there for them to inquire, and within reason, it can be done.
Yeah, true. And in Kirsty's case, she can have I'm a better driver than he is. Okay, there is.
This just says Queen Bitch on it.
Yeah, there is a couple of things in all seriousness that we do need to mention, because it's only right that we do. Delivery times, not too bad actually. Yes, the company Streamlabs is in America. However, all of the stuff that we have ordered and checked so far is actually produced in Europe. So it's not like it's coming from
Mostly Spain, except for Steve's.
Yeah. 3 of ours stuff came from Spain, and Steve's SGPs came from Latvia. I think Victor Von Doom was making his stuff, and only a few of you will get that one. Well, I thought that about mine, but mine came from Spain. But maybe there's the larger in Spain. Maybe it's like Italy. The bigger they are, the grander they are. But yeah, so the postage, it's about 7 days.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
But
no, not like you get me any time earlier. What was I going to say? Yes. One thing.
You took all the time in the fucking world.
I know.
Gary was nearly comatose.
I was trying to read what your sign says in the background, and I read it so wrong.
What, gaming in progress?
Yeah, it's that blurry. It looked like it said "coming in progress." Not what you want next to a finger like that. Hang on. Why is it just me? Oh no, it's his microphone. Bloody hell. To the right of him, yeah, you see, visually it looked like an inflatable black sheep with its hind legs and its head in the background. I was thinking, hang on, what's he doing with an inflatable sheep? Right. Yes, something serious that we do need to talk about, because it is something that SGP has been keeping an eye on, and that is the situation with Europe at the moment regarding import duties and stuff like that. Is there anything you want to add to that, Steve?
Well, the main thing we found out is if your order is under £30 or £39, you should be exempt from any
import duties,
customs charges or anything. So, as long as your order's under £39 or under £40, I think it is, you should be clear, or the goods value. So that doesn't include the postage costs.
Yeah.
So it's the goods value. Yeah.
So one thing I would recommend at the moment is if you are going to place some orders, I wouldn't go placing anything too big yet. I currently have an order in place to check the designs of a few of the items that I've shown, and that order is above that amount, and I've done that for 2 reasons. One, I want to check the designs, and 2, I want to see what happens with the import duty stuff. So it's not like we're not caring about what's happening. At the end of the day, we know what the current situation is in the world at the moment. It's a messed up one, and I can imagine some people might think, "Oh, they're doing this to make money." It's not about making money. It's not. If we thought that the quality of these clothes were not good enough, we wouldn't be sitting here, A, wearing them, and B, recommending them. Now, a couple of things that I want to mention about, we said that any profits made would be going back into the DGT League. And I mentioned that partly to do with it can be put into the merchandise store, but I'm just wondering if there's anything else that the profits could be put into that could benefit more than just us 4 sat here. Oh, that looks like a no, fuck 'em. But I mean, sort of like
let's get us a round of drinks in when we meet up finally.
Yeah.
Or a charity.
Yeah, there's the possibility of. I mean, this thing we can have it set up so that certain profits are donated to charities. But we can also have it where we can put funds aside for if we wanted, potentially, I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, but potentially for things like trophies, although with us being a bit sort of DGT League different-ish, potentially having a slightly different trophy. Now, I know I wasn't going to show this, so this is going to catch Steve F1 off guard a little bit, but I know Steve F1 has got a mug, which I'm wondering if you'd be willing to show it just quickly.
Drinking it.
There's a fucking hell I've had a piss in it.
Hang on,
Told you I dropped a minute.
I'll be back.
If you're going to say I'll be back, you've got to do it in a better accent than that. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I sounded right dodgy then. So with Steve, now Steve's gone, right, what can we say about him? So anyway, yeah, I mean, Steve's gone to get a mug, but it's a mug that if we wanted to not necessarily give a trophy, but you wanted to give a practical trophy, then a mug could potentially be one way of doing it. So Steve's mug here has his name, has DGT logo on it, and he's got his 2 stars. So it's a Steve F1 2-time championship mug. So it would be possible potentially for us, if the profits are there, for us to actually donate something like a mug or a trophy as a trophy for a championship winner. Obviously, though, we are aware that our seasons are only 9 races long. So yeah, there's a lot of things still to be learnt and worked out, really, going forward.
It's about 10 to 15 days on delivery.
Which isn't too bad considering it's coming from Latvia.
What you'd been doing for the last 10 minutes, right?
Drinking. But no, I mean, to be fair, I mean, post it. You mentioned about 10 to 15 days. When we placed our orders, I'd also ordered some stuff off Amazon that gave me the same delivery range. So, yeah, delivery length-wise is not too bad, really, considering what it is. Right, guys, is there anything else that you want to add, or is there any questions that anyone's asking on YouTube?
Oh, let's just check the messages. Go on, Ray, what does it say?
That's just what it said, coming in progress. To...
See, I'm not the only one.
Guys are being very quiet, they're being shy. They're not really talking.
That's a surprise, really. Okay.
But Twilight has said in the chat, nice touch for the army. Can we change designs as we change liveries as seasons go on? Yeah, just let Dave know.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, the design that me and Steve have got, with the name, the logo, and the stripes, is kind of like a bit of a generic driver's t-shirt, so that if you stand up as well, you'll see that it's kind of very similar. The fact that it's got the stripe and a race number, so you've got your coloured stripes, race number, and the name as it is on a car. So like with Rich's, it says Rich's number, and Rich's colour of line. Same with Jason. So drivers like Twilight would have Twilight's colours on it. But if he's got a certain idea in mind, message Dave, get in touch and see what can be worked out.
Yeah, everything.
Gary's asking if they fancies a bum, but I don't think he's in the right state for that, you know?
No, I don't.
How's the bed bath?
Yeah, I bet he is. Yeah, I mean, one thing I will say as well is that pretty much all of the items that you'll see on the merchandise store are, you can view them as examples. They are examples of what is available. So at the moment, yeah, there's a Jason one and a Rich one, but that doesn't mean that a Gary one can't be made, or a Rest in Peace Gary one can't be made. I hope he realises he's cost me on the Gary pool. But yeah, so
the one that says "See you on the other side."
Hey, not bad. Hey, you could do that on a mug.
Yeah.
And then on the other side it says, "But you are on the other side."
Yeah.
Mitch, we're still waiting for a PS5 for Fluffy. I don't think he's buying his stock.
Well, to be honest, if you've not read the rule book, then you've not been updated, because there's an update in there regarding that.
Yeah.
Not the 5, that's the 7.
Well, yeah, don't tell them. They're meant to find that out for themselves. I mean, Fluffy don't know yet, but yeah, everything on the merchandise store is effectively examples. I have toyed around with a few different designs and things like that. And if people have got ideas, then feel free to let us know. One thing that we had looked into is whether we'd be able to actually put images of people's cars on things like mugs and t-shirts. And the answer is yes, we can. However, not if it's got copyrighted stuff on it. So if you've got tenants all over the car, unfortunately we can't put it on a mug or a t-shirt because it's a copyrighted design, whereas everything that is on the stuff at the moment is obviously stuff that's been designed by us. So
you mean to say I need to go and get a brown paper bag for this?
Yeah. You probably should, yeah. DGT sponsored by tenants. Yeah.
I'm just a wee jakey for the scheme.
The thing is, you don't have to put an accent on for that. Right? You should get an English one and pretend to be English. Or as have you seen?
Why would I do that?
You've seen Al Murray going on about the Scottish.
Nope.
Oh, he's brilliant. He's the different types of. I'm not going to do it because he's very loud and offensive. Anyway, yeah. So if you wanted, for example, your car livery actually putting onto a mug or a T-shirt, it could be done if any copyrighted images were taken off and we had a decent picture of the vehicle that we could then crop around. A little bit like, on the qualifying or race result pictures where we've got the little images of the cars. We can do those and put them onto T-shirts. I don't know what the quality would be like yet because we've not really tried that one.
So could you do images saying like the image of death, the chicane? Sorry, an image of the chicane of death and Mitch's bitches on the mug.
Yes, as long as I delete. Okay, for example, when we were first looking into the merchandise stuff, one of the images we tried, but we never actually. You got ginger hairs on your T-shirt, Raven?
Yeah, I'm ginger. Ginger's wearing a piss.
One image that we tried to see if it'd work on a mug, but we never actually got the physical item because of copyright, was actually Mitch's championship winning picture from the anniversaire de historique, which looked really good on the mug, but because of copyright it wasn't something that we could do. So yes, but it would need a bit of editing to get rid of anything on there that is potentially copyrighted and stuff like that. So yes, stuff can be done, but what I will say is if it gets to a point where designing some of these things is starting to take a long period of time, then it may get to a point where it's like it can be done but it takes too long, or it can be done but it's going to cost you a few more quid going to a charity, mate. So yeah, bear in mind if you're wanting amazing artworks, one, you ain't going to get it from me, and two, it's going to cost you a bit more, but it's not going to go as profit to us. Anything else?
Can we go racing yet?
No. I've got to make up for my 20-minute delay.
Yeah, I think you've done that.
All right.
Well, you can make up for your 20-minute delay. We can fuck off and go racing.
Cheeky bastards. Okay, so is there definitely nothing else then? No other information?
So just to confirm, if somebody wants a T-shirt with their name on it and it's not on the website, they contact DGT or you, Dave.
Yep.
Either, and say, I need to talk to somebody about my design on a T-shirt, and then we'll sort it out.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And one of the things as well, all the designs can basically be made, produced, shown what it will look like on a T-shirt at no cost to anybody. Because like the SGP said, the advantage of using Streamlabs is that we don't have to order the stuff first. Before we sell any of it, it's made to order, and considering that it's made to order, that takes that 10-day sort of delivery, actually makes that pretty good. So yeah, and I mean, as we've already said, the quality has been very good as well. If we didn't think it was good enough, we wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, right, yeah. Does that mean that's us done regarding all information?
Hope Gaming is asking, are we pushing this on social medias?
Well, pushing is something that we've never really done. We've never been one for sort of forcing things upon people. By the way, none of you are on camera at the moment. I've put the SRT Tomahawk image back up because although when we go driving, we're probably going to do a little bit of practice. I think we go drive the Tomahawk as well. I don't want to know what you're doing on the camera. No one can see you. Right. Okay, are we pushing it on social media? Right. The advert for the merchandise is going to be on the race videos. The advert for the merchandise will get put onto the Facebook page, but I think probably in normal DGT way, pushing is not the style. Is it really? Well, actually, Raymond it is.
Ray pushes me along the track all the bloody time.
Yeah. By the way, Hope Gaming, I know you're Twilight. It's all right, mate.
Yeah, I was about to check that
there. We know who you are.
How many accounts has he got on Facebook?
Loads.
Yeah, because even on Twitch as well, he comes on sometimes for a different account.
Yeah, bloody hell.
I bet he's a troll, isn't he?
He's probably like Bunsell. He secretly gets banned from everywhere. So
he goes on video with his top off.
Yeah.
He just keeps forgetting his password now to create a new account.
That's like me actually. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to really be pushing it, but it is going to be out there. Like I say, we're not doing it to necessarily make money. That's not what the idea is. If you guys want a DGT item, it's available there for you. And if some of our supporters like the stuff and they want to get involved, then they can as well. So no, we're not going to push it, but the information is definitely going to be out there. That's for certain. Gary Whitworth calling him a drug dealer.
Well, is it? You've got your hand up for something.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go on then.
Not ask a question, more of a statement.
Yeah.
As a league, we would not be offended if any of the drivers do not purchase merchandise.
Definitely.
There's no obligation.
Yeah.
So just because there's a Jason t-shirt, it's not we're expecting Jason to buy a Jason t-shirt.
No.
Jason doesn't have to buy anything. If he doesn't feel obliged to do it, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
So if there's no... It's like, say, for instance, Jimmy looks and goes, well, there's no Jimmy top. Maybe I should be asking for one because they've not done one, and he should fit, there's no obligation. You don't have to ask for one to be designed. You don't have to purchase one. But if you just want to see a design, you can ask for a design and still not purchase it.
Yeah, definitely.
There's something, Dave, about how many designs we can have on the page at one go.
Yeah, we're limited to having 24 designs on screen at one time. I just want to put your ugly mugs back on the screen. So 24 designs on the page at one time. So basically what I would do is if someone come along and said, I'd like this t-shirt, can you do this for me? Yeah, no problem. I'd probably take one of the other ones off. Like if we get up to 24 designs, I would take one off to put one up. But one of the things as well with things like this, the way that the t-shirts are designed, I am trying to do it in a way that is very quick. So if we remove a design and someone goes, oh, I saw that t-shirt, is there any chance I can have one of them? Yeah, no problem. Because it's very easy for us to get the design back on there. And
you don't have to redesign it.
No.
It just gets loaded up.
Say again, Ray?
And remember, the design I've got was kind of one of the first designs.
Yeah.
So, the two Steves there that have got a different design, theirs was a couple of days later once we're doing the...
Well, interesting, you mentioned that. SGP's t-shirt came from seeing your t-shirt and going, I like the colour of the Stingray writing. Can I have a t-shirt with that colour on my... Yeah, no problem.
Everybody loves Raymond and wants a bit of him.
You're on camera again, by the way.
I know. I can see.
I'm not bothered about you. It's the STP down there with his fingers. Right. Okay. Is there? I mean,
At least we can see where they are.
that is true. That is true. I did notice that Twilight had mentioned it would be cool if, when we all meet up, we were able to all be wearing a t-shirt. And to be fair, it would. I mean, if you men think like when we went Donington and we all met up, it would be cool in a way if when things get a bit normal again. We can do that, and maybe Dave the Arp's number can be 100, and we can all be part of our crew. Don't Claire, you'll be on camera.
It's not Claire.
All right, okay. Right, okay. I think we're done. Are we not?
I believe so.
Okay, I will put a
Mitch says he'll be in contact with one of us for a concert.
No problem.
So
Yep.
I'll let you know that.
Yep. Feel free. I mean, like I say, we're definitely open to ideas. That is for certain. Go on.
How do they pay? Is it PayPal?
Oh, yeah, good question. Bisexual favours to Raymond. Yes, it is payment by PayPal, I believe. What was that? What was that, Ray? What was the...
Because you're paying by PayPal, you are legally covered for any loss in postage or something.
I do believe there are benefits of PayPal. Personally, I don't normally use PayPal. I did set one up to be able to order the stuff. And it doesn't take that long to get it sorted out, to be fair. And PayPal is definitely a lot better now than it was sort of 20 years ago, because it didn't exist.
I do know that if you've ordered through PayPal or paid through PayPal, and for whatever reason you've not received your goods, you can mention that to PayPal and get your money back.
That's good.
And then they will chase up with the company that you've ordered from.
Yeah, that is good then. Also, I mean, what we found as well when placing our orders, once literally as soon as you've placed your order, you're given a tracking ID number, which lets you know that your order has been received, and then that your order has been processed, and that your order has been dispatched. I then got an email from Royal Mail saying we've been notified that you've got a parcel coming in. We'll let you know when we've received it, and it's in our system. And literally once it was in Royal Mail system for me, I think it was 2 days, and it was to me. Steve F1's was a little bit longer because of the snow and the weekend. So it is, you are given information. It's not like you place the order and then you sat there wondering and waiting what is going on. Right, should we go do some driving? I say,
Yeah.
Ray was the only one that answered. Right, okay. Right, folks. Thank you for watching, for listening, for enjoying. Have a good one. We're going to go on GT Sport, do a bit of driving, and I'm going to take my t-shirt off so I don't sweat all over it, because it's too nice a t-shirt. Right.
Yellow stains.
Yes. I've made sure I finished my coffee before I put it on. Right, have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you all again soon.
Guys.
See
See you
ya.
later.
Bye.
Right.